reason that leaders fail is not intelligence, but lack of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a key component of effective leadership. Let me share with you an example. Samantha is the Vice President of Business Development at a fast-growing company. Her boss, Jack, the COO, meets with her regularly to talk about her performance. Samantha is considered a high potential. She's been there for 3 years, and she's always met or even exceeded all the goals that have been set for her. Sounds like they have a pretty good relationship on the surface, yet Sam dreads the meetings. She dreads the meetings because Jack corrects her. Jack doesn't seem to listen to what's going on. She'd like to talk about some of her successes. He moves immediately into what she could do better and tends to add more on her plate. This is the first time in 3 years where Sam is honestly considering leaving the organization. She's now taking calls from recruiters. Jack has no clue. Jack sees her as one of his stars and feels reinforced for how he works with her because she is achieving such great performance. Well, if I were coaching Jack, the first thing I would do is want to help him become more self-aware. By the way, Samantha's tried that. During their meetings, Samantha has spoken up. She's assertively said, Jack, I don't see it that way. Can we take a look at something else? And he tends not to listen to her, tunes her out, and goes back to his agenda. So Jack needs to get kind of a punch between the eyes. And one of the ways to do that is a 360 evaluation, where Jack would get feedback from his boss, from his peers, and also from his direct reports, which would include Sam. And in that feedback, he could become more self-aware of what he's doing. In this particular case, he's not listening very well, and he's also not acknowledging progress and involving Sam in the process. He has his own agenda. Secondly, once Jack received the 360 feedback, we would set one behavioral goal that he'd be working on to make a difference. As we worked on that goal, he needs to get ongoing feedback. He could enlist his boss, he could enlist Samantha and others into letting them know what he's working on and then getting their feedback on whether or not he's getting better. So those 3 things: becoming self-aware, setting a behavioral goal, and getting ongoing feedback can make a big difference in how people communicate and, most of all, in Jack's emotional intelligence.